Okay then guys, and welcome to the latest issue of Retro Gamer. As you can see, this is a Salamander. Really cool shoot 'em up by Konami. Really lovely piece of iconic art as well. I think it just screams out 80s. So we went for it, and you can see the results inside. So let's take a look then. Contents. Okay then, so this is basically paying tribute to William Cleland Lowe, who was basically the creator of the IBM PC, and he sadly passed away recently. This is Ian Lee. It's actually his last column, although it could be said that VIC-20 owners may be glad to see the back of him. You'll have to read his column to find out. And this is the Wall News, just looking at general things that have been happening, including the replay event, the fact that Pac-Man's got a new TV show, the new release of Everdrive, and our new magazine, World of Animals, which I'll be showing you later. It's a really great looking mag, and I'm really proud to have been a part of it. I've written some articles, and yeah, really pleased with how it's turned out. And this is Paul Davies just talking about the excitement you used to get from various console launchers back in the day. Back to the 80s. I'll try and keep it in my hand out of the way. Back to the 90s. And this is Deluxe Gallagher. And if you want a chance to win some coasters, just head on over to the website and join in and write some reviews on the Retrobait section. So here you go then, this is the main feature, Salamander. It's an ultimate guide. We've been lucky enough to speak to Pete Barron, who was the programmer of the really superb C64 version. We've got all the different versions along here. We are looking at changing the format of this, whether it's got to go over like an additional 2 pages, because some people have said they'd like to see like more detail on the conversion. So we will take that into effect. And this is all the cool bosses that you get to fight in the game, and how to beat them and how difficult they are. Okay then, this is interview with Miles Jacobson. The new latest Football Manager's just come out, so we thought it would be cool to have a catch up with him and find out what's going on. And this is one of our articles. This is Top Chumps, basically celebrating gaming's greatest underdogs. So we've looked at a selection of characters who were either everyone's either forgotten about him, or companies don't give him the time of day anymore, like Mega Man. I mean, he's been in a huge amount of games, but Capcom just don't seem to know what to do with him anymore. And we've also managed to speak to a few guys as well, including Chris Sorrell, who worked on the James Bond games. So yeah, as you can see, it's quite a big feature, and it finishes off with a look at Alex Kidd, who we feel is gaming's greatest underdog. And we've managed to get lots of cool little anecdotes from here. Had help from Sega. We got a little piece with Riko Kodama. We speak to Kurt Kalata at Hardcore Gaming 101, and basically Marcelo here is making a HD version of Alex Kidd. So yeah, really cool article, and I'm really pleased with how it's all turned out. Keeping with the Sega love, here's a making of Comic Zone. Believe it or not, this game came out really late. It was 95, so the same year as the Saturn and the PlayStation, and as a result the Japanese version is like around 200 quid. It's a bit too tricky for me, but it's got really lots of cool, innovative, clever ideas in it. So it's and it's got quite an interesting history. Okay then, our future classic this month looks at Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. We might have to change this theme, because obviously future classics, these are like now retro games, because the systems are like 2 generations old. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Moving on, Killer Instinct history. This is basically a look at the original games in the arcade and on the SNES, as well as a little bit about the new game, which I've had a quick play on, and it's pretty good. It's not amazing, because there's not really enough to it, but the actual combat mechanics are surprisingly sound, and I really did enjoy it. So look out for a review in our next issue. Okay then, this is another one of our big features. This is Cinemaware. Really pleased with the way this came out. We were lucky enough to get down to a local cinema, hence why we've got really nice photography and everything in it. Mike Bevan's done a superb job on this, and he's basically looked at every core game in the that Cinemaware have made, and there's nice, interesting anecdotes about every single one. So yeah, really pleased with how that's turned out. Moving on, this is a Vigilante on the PC Engine, a great conversion that everybody forgets because it's not R-Type. And this month's Minority Report focuses on the Atari ST, so hopefully there'll be lots of cool games there that you've either forgotten about or never got to play. This is a making of Stonkers, a very early strategy game on the ZX Spectrum, and this is basically some of the greatest budget games that you could buy. Budget games were massively popular in the UK. You could typically get them for a couple of quid, £2.99, and we look at basically the ones that we feel are the best, and we managed to speak to various developers from the big budget companies at the time, including Mastertronic and Codemasters. Moving on, Unconverted this month looks at a bunch of Capcom games, including Willow, and this is Tempest 2000, seen by many as the greatest Atari Jaguar game ever made. I'm not really going to argue with that. It is absolutely fantastic, and as always, Jeff Minter just gives a fantastic interview. Okay then, so Dreamcast, Sega Marine Fishing, best fishing game ever made. Live with it. Yeah, really pleased with this. I've been playing a lot of it lately at home using one of the Fusion fishing rods, and it was just really cool to get it in the mag. And this is an interview with Gary Kitchen, who's worked at Activision and various other companies, and is best known for his Game Maker, which came out on the Commodore 64, I do believe. And we finish off with a Haunted House on the Atari 2600. So we've obviously got a few reviews this month. Legend of Zelda: Link Between Worlds is finally out. Super Mario 3D World: Typing of the Dead, which is great fun, and I recommend that you all play it. Castlevania: Lords of Shadow, and numerous downloads including Apple Dash. And again, there's another look at our World of Animals. I'll hopefully go through that later. Homebrew scene, lots of interesting stuff, including a roundup of the Atari A8 competition that happened recently, and we've also got an interview with Mike Hansen, who did Power Up on I do believe it's on XBLA, Xbox Live Arcade, and that's it for this issue. So I've gone through it relatively quickly because I'm trying to keep the times down, because it's now HD and it's like very time consuming getting it all up. But just to look at next month, we've got an evolution of arcade racers. We've got celebrating the history of Boulder Dash. We've got a making of XCOM, a making of Metropolis Street Racer, In the Chair with Jim Bagley, an ultimate guide to Bomb Jack, and much more. So that's going to be on sale January the 9th, so look out for it. And that's your lot. So this is Darren Jones from Retro Gamer Magazine, and I'll be back with more videos very soon, guys. Take care.